Hi friends, my name is Usmansheikh, and in this video the discussing topic is STP. STP stands for Spanning Tree Protocol. STEP's main task is to stop network loops occurring on your layer 2 network. STP monitors the network to find all links, making sure there are no loops occurring by shutting down any redundant links. STP uses the spanning tree algorithm to first create a topology database and then search out and destroy redundant links. With STP running, frames will be forwarded only on the premium STP picked links. Root bridge. I have to put some of the definitions here, having the summary. Root bridge. The root bridge is the bridge with the best bridge ID. Use STP. The key is for all the switches in the network to elect the root bridge that becomes a focus point in the network. All other decisions in the network, such as which port is to be blocked and which port is to be put in forward mode, are made from perspective of the root bridge. BPDU. All switches exchange information to use in the selection of the route as well as in subsequent configuring of the network. Each switch compare the parameters in the BPDU, and that is sent to one neighbor with the one that is received from another neighbor. Bridge ID. Bridge ID is how STP keeps track of all the switches in the network. It is determined by the combination of the bridge priority. By default, bridge priority is 32768, and the base MAC address. The bridge with the lowest bridge ID becomes a root bridge into the network. Non-root bridge. These are all bridges that are not the root bridge. Not root bridges exchange BPDU with all bridges and update STP topology database on all switches, prevent loops, and providing a measure of defense against link failures. Port cost. Port cost determines the best path when multiple links are used between two switches and none of the link is a root port. The cost of a link is determined by a bandwidth of the link. Root port. Root port is always the shortest path to the root bridge. If more than two links connected to the root bridge, then a port cost determined by checking the bandwidth of each link. The lowest cost port becomes the root port. If multiple links have the same cost, the bridge with the lowest advertising is used. Since multiple links can be from the same device, the lowest number port will be used. Designated port. A designated port is one of that has been determined as having the best cost. A designated port will be marked as a forwarding port. Non-designated port. A non-designated port is one with a higher cost than the designated port. Non-designated ports are put in blocking mode. These ports are not in forwarding state. Forwarding state. Forwarding port. A forwarding port forwards frames and only to the data known as frames. Okay, block ports. A block port is the port that, in order to prevent loops, will not forward frames. However, a block port will always listen to frames. Okay, thanks for watching.